Prix. Let's get started. So, we had 5 red lights. And it was lights out, away we went. I was doing another 60 sector behind challenge. But here we had Grosjean and Hamilton side by side into turn 1. Grosjean looking up the inside, but Hamilton keeping there on the outside because he knows that it will become the inside for the next corner. And Grosjean just about having track position, but Hamilton squeezes him out on the exit, and Grosjean just has to settle behind. Now we have Bottas versus Vettel, and he had to back out there and give the position back up to Vettel. And behind we have the 2 Force Indias running 5th and 6th for now, so that's good for them. So let's see the running order after the first part. You can see me, I finally got going. I started a sector behind, so basically what I did is waited for, because I have a full track map, I waited for everyone to get past the first sector and then I started driving. So you can see there's a sector gap between me and Alonso, who's 19th. That's going to be coming down bit by bit as I drive the wheels off my car to try and catch up. Meanwhile, Hamilton's leading, Grosjean second, Raikkonen third. Well, this early part of the race, the conditions were very wet, so it was like dry tyres on a wet track, effectively. Now Bottas going down the main straight. Now you can see Vettel's actually caught up to Grosjean, and he's struggling in the wet weather. He doesn't have much experience at this high level. Actually, he has plenty of experience, but he's just Grosjean, isn't he? He's just Grosjean. Wants to be a cook, I guess. Something like that. Now we got our 2 watchers, thank you for joining. And any more battles going on? Everyone just running, trundling around in these conditions. Palmer has a really nice helmet, by the way. Just thought I'd point that one out. McLarens are running quite close. I know Alonso's found himself behind Van Dorn, but he's definitely wanting to get past earliest available opportunity, I'm sure. And now we have Alonso on the main straight. So yeah, these guys running quite close to each other. Red Bull having a bit of a struggling time. Their pace has fallen right off. So they have Max in P11, Ricciardo in P9. Massa actually starting on the soft tyres, so he's going to be looking quite good. Oh, you've got Bottas and Vettel running quite close. Raikkonen behind the 2 Force Indias. I think we ought to watch Bottas chasing Vettel. But you can notice that Hamilton's really pulling out a nice lead for himself. Typical Hamilton style. Just winning the race. Clean ahead of everyone else. Grosjean second, doing what he needs to do in the Haas. Keep our Constructors' Championship alive as well. And now we have one of the Red Bulls actually under pressure from Ricciardo under pressure from Hulkenberg. Is Hulkenberg going to go around the outside? No. But he's there. Hulkenberg's definitely there. He's going to go up the inside. Big battle here. He's got the position. Ricciardo hasn't got the traction out of the corner and he's been absolutely mugged off by the Renault. Little did we know, he actually joined the Renault in a few years. So weird to think of Ricciardo in the Renault when you see him in this Red Bull especially. Actually, he's not in the Renault in any of my career modes because in 2019 all the drivers have moved around already. You can see the Red Bulls now running 10th and 11th. And we have a bit of a close battle here as the Force Indias are holding up the Ferrari of Raikkonen. Is Raikkonen going to be able to do anything to put pressure on them? He's definitely there, he's going to get a run on the straight. You can see how close he is. Let's see if Raikkonen has the pace. He's coming. Oh, he had a little lift there. Ocon closed the door a little bit, reduced the gap. Now they keep each other very honest here. I think he's going to have to concede the position, but he's on the outside. And it's a very similar overtake to what Hulkenberg did. But Raikkonen's made the move, and now he's going to be looking to the next Force Indias. Actually, Massa's having a little look as well. Is he going to follow Raikkonen? He's up the inside. These guys running very close, and Massa's gained the position, so that's very critical for his race. As he's doing a one-stop, so he's going to need all these positions. Let's see how it's going on further back. Just on board with myself here. So I was starting to catch up. Catch up to the pack. Yeah, the track was really ramping up in pace as the rain cleared away. This is a really fun part. Let's go back to the battles up ahead. So is Ocon going to try and get his revenge on Massa? I don't think he's close enough. The Williams having very good straight line speed as well. Not much Ocon can do right now. Here we're on board with Sainz as he chases the two Red Bulls. Two Red Bulls having a bit of a messy race. Ricciardo losing the position to Hulkenberg, who's in a slower Renault. Now we've got Verstappen and Sainz, old teammates, all over Ricciardo. Let's see what he can do. Two McLarens running side by side as well as we speak. Getting very feisty there. Here we go, they're back on board with sides. It's the Red Bull trio all together. Another funny thing is that this was the trio that led the race 1, 2, 3 in 2016. The 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, after Rosberg and Hamilton took each other out. But here we have Verstappen up ahead going for a move on his teammate. Not much overspeed actually. We've got Carlos Sainz. Oh, he's had an engine failure! Ricciardo's had a big engine failure there and he's taken Sainz with him! So Sainz sits off the racing line. What on earth happened there? So you could definitely tell that Ricciardo was slow. Then all of a sudden his engine just blew up. And he just took Sainz with him as Sainz tried to go around the outside. Absolutely ruined Sainz's race. And that was that. Let's see on board with Ricciardo. Right, let's get a nice screenshot of this. So there goes the engine. Puff, puff. I wonder if we can get on board with Mr. Ricciardo. Let's see if we can get one of that. Oh, that's convenient that we have Massa there with the Brazilian flag as well. Oh no, it's actually Stroll. So Stroll would have watched all of this unfold. He just sat there in the background, the big Red Bull mishap. Let's see what it was like on board Stroll. The Stroll having the Mercedes power as well. It was just catching up. To see the engine goes bam. Then Carlos Sainz gets taken off. Just sits there. Let's watch the rest of the race as well. Because Carlos Sainz has to come back on at some point. Or he comes back on, tries to rejoin, and you can hear the crowd cheering him on. And he just carries on his race. Verstappen comes into the pits. And Carlos Sainz is gonna have him for position. Now we have Perez battling the Ferrari of Raikkonen, who's holding him up. And you can see myself ahead with the McLarens. Let's see what I can do here. Chasing down the McLarens for position. And oh, we go around the outside of Alonso. Oh, no, Van Dorn. We go around the outside of Van Dorn there. Now, we're catching up to these two guys up ahead. And oh, we come out. We're going up the inside of two cars. And we sweep right around both of them. Let's get a nice onboard of that. Oh, you can see I'm gaining an unbelievable amount of speed there. And I'll go for the double overtake out of nowhere. 210 miles an hour. And we're through and up into position 12. And we go wide there as well, taking the lovely racing line. As Grosjean makes a pass on Pascal Wehrlein. So he's P7, Wehrlein 8, and myself in 9. You can see some back markers right on board with Danny Kvyat now, getting well in the way of some of the front runners. Hamilton getting really held up here. You can see him, hear him tapping the throttle as Kvyat must be so slow compared to him. He's gonna go for the overtake. He thinks about it but doesn't do it yet. Now Kvyat rounds final corner. The corner before the straight. And Hamilton's probably going to breeze past here. Hamilton, a nice overtake there. And now Grosjean's all over it. And we have myself behind. Now Grosjean's getting held up by Kvyat as he wants to try and catch Lewis Hamilton, who's up ahead. He's really gaining it, some real overspeed here. Is he going to go for an overtake? Not yet. Oh, actually Kvyat looks up. And Grosjean's going to have a little look, but he's keeping the position for now, is Kvyat. Grosjean getting massively held up here. Just can't quite find a way past, and I'm catching up. I'm going to go for the pass. Kvyat goes defensive. And Grosjean's going to go clean around the outside. There he goes. Coming to the distance. Let's try and catch some of the speed trap speeds of these guys. So Grosjean all the way up to 198. Kvyat 196, myself 202 miles an hour. So our Haas in particular, unbelievably quick. Now it's our turn to try and overtake Kvyat. The slow Toro Rosso. See, I'm all over it. Oh, I'm gonna go up his inside! Very unorthodox place to overtake, but we made it work. I've got Lance Stroll in P4. We've got Massa actually leading this race. So all the soft tyre runners looking in a good position. As now Grosjean's going to go for an overtake on Lance Stroll. Oh, so we got a guy going in the pits there. Must be Kvyat. He's finally decided to pit. After holding people up. Holding up some of the front runners. He's done his part. He's had enough. Got Grosjean in the Haas. Having a very good start to this race. He's got past some of the back markers, but Hamilton's getting away from him. Onto the main straight he goes. Hamilton just... You can see Hamilton now. He's being held up by a couple of back markers that have gone for the one-stop strategy. You can see myself catching up to Lance Stroll very rapidly. And Hamilton goes for an overtake on Nico Hülkenberg. He's going to get a switchback. He's just stuck behind. All these guys that are doing one-stops getting in the way of our championship contender Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton not going to be liking this at all. Grosjean's going to be licking his lips at this opportunity because as Hamilton's getting held up, Grosjean's going to catch up and he's got an engine failure. His engine's smoking. Smoking out engine. Is he going to be able to continue? He pulls up to the side. And that's it for Grosjean. All of a sudden his race flipped on its head. And his championship hopes as well. In a very dark place right now. That's really unfortunate. As we now chase down Stroll as Hamilton goes for an overtake on Hülkenberg. So this is big for Mercedes, who are going to want to be closing the gap on us. And we got one of the Williams actually making a pit stop. Hamilton flies out in front once again in the lead of this race. And actually Massa's going onto a set of medium tyres, so he's definitely one-stopping. He gets held up slightly by the Haas, the Renault there. And me myself, I pitted, but I'm pitting onto soft tyres because I managed to do a 12-lap stint on super softs, which got really slow towards the end. But it means I can one-stop and finish in a decent position, even having been a sector behind at the beginning of the race. One thing I've noticed is that Bottas has seemed to have gone AWOL. He's running around in P17. I don't know what happened to him. That's a bit of a shame. May have got held up in the pits or something. But now I've made my pit stop. I'm just trying to catch up to the guys ahead. We have Palmer, Ocon, Hülkenberg, and we got Vettel ahead, being seriously held up by the feisty Red Bull of Verstappen. He's not going to be happy with that, but he's going to try and get a run on the straight. He's very far back. Definitely too far back. He's going to get a few more chances. And now Ocon is all over the back of Palmer, Hulkenberg. And he's going to make the move. Round the outside, can he finish it? Lovely, sweeps in front. As I'm trying to chase down Jolyon Palmer, who is in the Renault. I think this was my fastest lap of the race, so let's ride on board. Let's just watch. Here we are, the two Renaults are onto each other now as well. Wonder if we're going to be able to get a run here. Where the Renault's going side by side. And you can see myself, I'm getting a huge run on them. Oh! Very close there. They're not doing us very nicely with the camera angles, but guess that is what it is. Just gone right past both Renaults. Not playing any games there. I can see Vettel up ahead, stuck behind the Force India of Ocon. I'm not sure if Ocon made an overtake there or Vettel made a mistake. Because I remember he was fighting Verstappen, now all of a sudden he's behind the Force India. So something's gone on there. But I'm just licking my lips once again. Seeing the opportunity, I can now take P7 from Vettel and then P6 from Ocon. Can't go around the outside there. Just gonna stay very close. That'll do us very nice with the camera angles today. Here's one interesting one. We're gonna go up the inside, are we? How's Vettel gonna react? He's just gonna have to concede position. And we go driving around this long right-hander. And just look at our straight line speed, it's unbelievable. Already 180 for us. Look how long it takes Vettel to get to that speed. Topping out about 200, 202, 203. Meanwhile Vettel's doing 197. So I think our straight line speed really helping us around this Chinese Shanghai circuit. Oh, we got the two Saubers battling as well behind. Can Verline get past Ericsson here? Battle for P15. They're both on medium tyres as well. You can see that Verline is looking to attack soon. But Ericsson having good exits and keeping good traction out of corners. but Verline just not close enough to mount any sort of challenge. Now I think Verstappen's coming for his stops, so there's no battling for me either. Here we have Raikkonen in second. He's going to come straight into the pits as well. That's going to release Massa up into second place and myself into the podium positions once again. Back-to-back podiums for ourselves. We can hold on to this. See, it's going to be a quick stop for Ferrari and Raikkonen. Quick change onto the soft tyres. There we have myself. There's Raikkonen. Just emerges behind Perez. Hamilton absolutely dominated this race. His only threat, Grosjean, retired, so it's just plain sailing for him. And myself, my tyres were a bit too worn to really mount a challenge to Hamilton, so I just wanted to come home P2. Try and overtake Massa here before my tyres hit the cliff. We approach Felipe Massa now. Doing a great job in the Williams, Felipe Massa. Oh, really catching Massa here. to hear the amount of pressure I'm putting on these tyres to get through these corners at maximum speed. Here we come. It's going to be an overtake on Felipe Massa. DRS activated. Nice and easy. And we're through up into P2. So big gaps formed as Bottas fell down through the pack and Grosjean retired. And we were able to utilise and take that P2. All is looking well for Hamilton in this race, and he leads away. We have myself in second place from being at the back early on, working my way up through the field to be in second. Then we have Perez looking to take that podium from Massa, and find himself more in command of the championship lead. If he can just get past Massa, he's already leading. He can finish fourth. Those extra 3 points for passing Massa will be very beneficial for him. Here comes Sergio Perez, looking for an opportunity on Massa, and you can see Verline's parked up his car there. He's had an engine failure of his own. And now Perez is absolutely all over the back of Massa, looking to pounce on the opportunity. See what he can do. He's got the DRS. He's gaining 208 miles an hour there. Top speed, he's going to try and go all the way around the outside. He's still there. He's settled for the position for now. He's going to get around on this next straight. Can he pull alongside just before the corner? He's gaining, he's got on the inside. He's taken the position. He's a full car ahead. Massa struggling for grip on his worn tyres. Can he finish fourth? As he's got Raikkonen just behind him as well. And meanwhile Lewis Hamilton is coming round this final few corners, final straight, to win the second race of the season. Bottas though way back in, right at the back of the field, P15. But it's not a worry for Hamilton. He hasn't got to worry about his teammate, he hasn't got to worry about Grosjean. He hasn't got to worry about anyone other than me, who's 20 seconds back at best. And Hamilton comes around the final corner. And it's victory for the British driver, victory for Lewis Hamilton. He's on top once again. Let's get a nice picture of him. Hamilton back on top in his favourite place, China. There you go, victory for car number 44. You love to see it. Victory for Lewis Hamilton. Gonna come round the final few corners now. Around the final corner, and I actually run out of fuel crossing the line, but it's not going to matter once we finish P2. And you can see myself out of fuel. Perez goes flying past, and that's it. We've finished our race P2. There we have it. So that's the championship. Here we have it. Sergio Perez still leads the championship after winning the first race in Australia, after making a one-stop work. This race he did well as well. Did a two-stop, managed to make a few overtakes from 5th on the grid. But we came from 10th to finish 2nd, Perez went from 5th to finish 3rd. And people starting at the front, all moving backwards. So we got Ocon from 6th to 8th, Vettel from 3rd to 10th. So definitely all the one-stoppers getting ahead of the two-stoppers. And retirements. Critically we had Grosjean. That was quite unfortunate. And there we have it. Thank you for watching, and see you in Bahrain. Hopefully we'll have more of an exciting race, more overtakes, more battles for the lead especially. Was a very V6 era kind of race, but at least we have Perez on the podium and Massa doing well as well. See you next time. Goodbye.